Okay, I already opened Power BI desktop. Let me open it from the beginning. So where we can get it, Power BI desktop. So what I just mentioned, we'll be using Power BI for our visualization tool. Power BI is a Microsoft tool. So where I can get it, I can just go to App Store and download Power BI from here. Otherwise, you can also search Power BI desktop from Google, and we can download the software at our system and just we can simply install it. The installation is very simple. So I'm not going to deliver much details on it. So after the installation part, just double click on it and open Power BI desktop. Okay, Power BI desktop. Generally in offline, when the data is ready in the database, maybe in flat file, we can call those data into Power BI desktop and we can create suitable charts and graphs over here. And when our suitable charts and graphs are ready in the dashboard, this is called dashboard. I mean, in a particular dashboard, we can put multiple charts and graphs, multiple visualizations, KPI can be there in a particular dashboard. So when our dashboard is ready, we can publish the same. Publishing means the particular things can be visualized in a portal. I am preparing the charts and graphs over here in my local system. It's Power BI desktop version means in my desktop, I have installed it. So if I create this thing, how everyone can see it? So after successfully completion of the work, I need to publish it to the Power BI portal, and that can be accessible by the main stakeholders, business strategy holders, and all. Okay. And whatever new data we are receiving from the source system, those are going to refresh daily basis. Suppose we receive new data in our data warehouse. So our charts and graphs need to be updated accordingly with the new data. Okay. So when the ETL job is completed, ETL job is completed means source to target data load is completed. Then the updated records with the updated records in data warehouse or newly created record in data warehouse, we can pull the data over here and update our charts and graphs visualization as well. Means we need to refresh the particular dashboard. So this is the flow. Okay, this is the data flow. Daily basis, we need to refresh it to reflect the updated records. Hope this is understandable. If not, kindly tell me. Okay, so this is Power BI desktop, how it looks like. There is, I mean, top ribbon, you can see it's almost same as other Microsoft tool, file, home, insert, modeling, new, optimize, help. The most important thing is the left-hand panel. Over here, there is report view, table view, data model view. Okay, what are those things? I'll be coming one by one. First, connect with the source system where we can get the data. I'm just going to have a quick demonstration today and just, I mean, now watch it. I mean, it's very beautiful how we can create charts and graphs with that particular data. Let's call maybe I can connect to a SQL database, or maybe I can pull some SQL file. Let's try to pull some SQL file. I created some SQL file over here. Let me show you. To this one, test to Power BI. This is an Excel file. Let's see what kind of data is there. Yeah, we have four different sheet: customer, outlet, product. So those are three dimensions. I already told what are dimensions, what are fact. I hope there will be no issue, no stuck point. But this is customer dimension, this is outlet dimension, this is product dimension. Okay. Apart from that, we have fact tables. The fact tables is having the measures. We all have those dimensions, just like outlet code from outlet dimension, customer ID from the customer dimension, product ID from product dimensions, sales is the only measures over here. Okay. In fact, we are having combinations of all dimension and the measures. What I have told during our dimensions and fact creation, what I covered during BI classes. Okay. So I'm going to pull all the sheets from this Excel. Okay. So I'm clicking over there, import data from Excel. Okay. Okay. So you can see it's successfully able to detect all my sheets. Okay. Inside that Excel, we have customer, fact, outlet, product. Let me select one by one. I'm selecting it and it will be giving me the preview. And you can see previews are matching properly. Okay. All the tables I can check customer, fact, outlet, product. So let me select all of them. So this is a preview. I can see all of them. I can directly load the data into Power BI main layer, the layer I just showed that time. If I load it, I can directly come to the last window and work with that. But there is option of transformation as well. Suppose there is some requirement where we need to update the tables a bit. Maybe I need to include some new columns. Maybe it can be a derived columns or just like this. And we can transform, we can load after that. So it's as per our wish. Let's click on transform data. If we click on transform data, a new window will be open. It's called Power Query Editor, where we can transform each of the table. Over here, each of the table is called queries. Okay, each queries. There are four queries means four tables. Okay, so we can delete column, add new derived column as per our own wish. This is the main transformation. Suppose I want to trim the data. I want to clean some data. Everything I can do over here. When it's completed, this kind of transformation is completed, I can just go through close and apply button. Okay. Yes, you can see all those particular sheets are getting loaded over here. Fact, product, outlet, and customer. It will take some time based on the data volume. Yes, we have very minimum amount of data, so it successfully get loaded. Okay. Okay. Now I'm moving to table view to check whether the tables are really, properly loaded or not. Customer, fact, outlet, product. Yes. So all of the whatever I have pushed the data in Excel, everything get loaded over here in this way. Now let me go to the model view. Okay. So this is called data modeling. I told data modeling during BI classes about star schema, snowflake schema, if you can quickly remember. So modeling means how to set relationship between fact and dimension. Okay, and data modeling is very, very important. If my data modeling is wrong, then whatever visualization I'll be doing, that will not be populating correct record. Okay. And I pushed all the tables and by default, they are creating a modeling. You can see I did not join or I did not create this kind of link over here. So how they're creating it? So based on each of the tables column naming convention. So in product table, we have column called product underscore ID. In fact, we have column product underscore ID. So the intelligence of the Power BI tool, they're creating a relationship over here based on product ID. If I just hover the link, can see in the product table, product ID is having relationship with product ID in fact table. Okay. Similarly, customer dimension, if I just hover the mouse over here, okay, you can see customer ID is having a link, a relationship with customer ID in fact table. Okay. Over here, outlet is another dimension, but there is no relationship with outlet code and outlet code over here because you can see there is a slight changes with the naming convention. I intentionally put it so that uh, there is no such linking part happens or relationship part happens with outlet dimension table and fact table. So there are two things we can do. We can rename the outlet code from the source system or maybe any transformation layer, then it will be automatically create the relationship between fact and dimension. But if we do not do this kind of thing, what will happen? Let me show you. I'm directly going to the report view. Okay. So when our data modeling is ready, we can directly go there. Let me create a report. Um, so the report is basically, let me create such a report. Suppose a particular employee versus sales information. Which employee is having how much sales? Let me take a, here is the option of different charts and graphs. Let me take a bar chart. Okay. Here it is. I can maximize it. Over here, let me take the dimension of customer name. Okay. I already pull it. And let me put some fact as well. Fact is sales, some importing cells. So you can see a particular bar plot has been created for employee versus summation of total sales. Okay. And I can see this kind of stuffs over here as well. Yeah. X axis name is customer name, and Y axis fact. From fact table, sales column is there. I hope this is understandable. Let me just. Okay. I can create another charts and graphs over here with separate things. Let me create a line chart or area plot, anything. Line chart. I'm just calling it over here. It's at the down section. I can, let me just choose any other thing. Product. Suppose each of the product and their sales information I want to see. Okay. So water bottle, pen, shampoo, watch. Or let me create, convert this thing with the pie chart. That thing should be understandable. Means I'm just giving some comparison of each of the products sales. Okay. So pen is sold 25%. Based on the total sales, if we just take into consideration 100%, so here is the segregation of each of the products percentage of sales. Okay, I hope this is understandable. If not, kindly tell me till this thing, any doubt so far? Hi Vikas. So Vikas, we are learning today the visualization part.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Okay, just I'm giving a quick insights as you have joined a bit late. So we are working, as I mentioned, when our ETL is completed, means our job is fine to load the data from source to target data warehouse. Then the visualization team will be creating charts and graphs on top of data warehouse data. Okay, so uh, I'll be just providing the demonstration, a visualization tool. It's called Power BI Desktop. Okay, it's a Microsoft tool. You can download it from website or you can download it from Windows App Store. You can just search for Power BI Desktop and you can install it. Installation is very simple. And after installation part, I imported an Excel sheet. I created an Excel sheet for our source system. So this is the Excel sheet actually. Just like you can consider this thing as a data warehouse or data marts data. We have three dimension: customer, outlet, and product, and one fact table having all those surrogate keys or foreign keys from each of the dimension: customer, outlet, and product. And we have fact information called sales. Okay, so we imported all the things over here in Power BI and trying to create charts and graphs on top of this. Before that, we check the data modeling. The data model, what is data model? We discussed the same on BI chapters, how we can create ER diagrams and how to satisfy this. You can see the fact is a centralized table. Over here, we are trying to create a star schema. Fact is our centralized table and the dimensions are surrounding with it. And we have the relationship with customer ID over here, product ID and product ID over here. But for outlet, there is no such relationship. So if we do not create this kind of data modeling with fact and outlet, what will happen? Let me show you. I'm going to report view again. I'm calling another bar chart, not this one. I'm creating outside of this a bar chart over here. Okay. Over there, I'm trying to create outlet versus sales. Outlet I'm taking from outlet dimension and sales I'm taking from the fact dimension. Okay. So what are the different outlets? Let's see it over here. But I think I need to choose the dimension earlier. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me pull outlet code first. It's in x-axis. Outlet code. Okay, why I'm putting outlet code? Sorry. Let me take branch name directly. Branch name in x-axis and in y-axis, let me pull cells. Okay. So let's take the data from the source system as well. We have 4 different stores. Let me check whether it's really there. Yes, we have 4 different store. I just gave the name ABC, XYZ, BCD, DEF. But you can see from the fact the sales are different for each of the outlet code. Okay, they are not same. You can just combine for 111, the sales is 110. For 112, it should be summation of 120 and 120 and 140 over here. So that means 240 plus 140, 380. It should be returning 380. It's not same for all the outlet code. But why we are getting the same data over here? Because we do not have the relationship with the fact table and the outlet table. We are choosing the dimensions from here and fact informations from here. Okay. We are choosing the things over here as we do not have the relationship with the outlet dimension and the fact in the data modeling. That is why the data is not perfect. So let me create a relationships with outlet and fact. How to create relationship? We can just click on here, outlet code, and just drag it on top of this outlet code. Okay, or I can map it over here in this way. Yes, you can see this is a relationship. I can double click over here. You can see from fact outlet is joined with the dimension outlet code. Okay, outlet COD is joined with outlet underscore CD. If we have same naming convention, it will create the relationship by default. If we do not have the same naming conventions of columns, we need to forcefully create the relationship. Okay, so this is the concept. So generally, for Power BI desktop designing, either we can change the column name, we can stay in the same column name, or we can create this kind of relationships. Okay, I set the relationships over here. Let's go to the report view again to see whether we have the correct data. Yes, now you can see as soon as we create the proper relationship between branch and fact table, we can see the data is getting reflected in proper manner. You can also see in top of the tip, you can see the data and the data is coming perfectly. Okay, so you can also tally the same thing over here and you can get it in this way. We can include multiple dimensions as well in a single chart. Suppose I have included outlet code, I can also include product name over here. Okay, so the thing should be looking like in this. Let me just maximize it. Yes. So the things are splitted. Product names are splitted over here. Each of the product, we are indexing it with the color combination in this way. And it's giving this kind of name. Okay. I'm going back to the report. So we can also see this thing over here. A legend has been included for product name. So it's mentioned over here. I can cross it. So product name will be cancelled from the visualization. Okay. So this is how the charts and graphs are created. When our charts and graphs are created over here, I can create multiple charts and graphs with multiple sheets over here. And here is multiple options. Different charts and graphs can be there. There is funnel chart, scatter plot, pie chart. I already showed this thing over here. We have pivot table. We have we have a simple box just to reflect a particular measures value. Okay, we have all those informations available over here. We have tree map. Okay, so these are the different views. So when our charts and graphs are prepared over here successfully, we can publish this thing into Power BI portal. Okay, first I need to save it. If I save it, the particular things will be saved in a .twbx file extension. This is the Power BI extension. If I save it, it will be saved in my local system with this extension name. And we can open this anytime. This will be open with this instance. Okay. If I just going to save it, I can choose a particular location and it will be having, sorry, my extension name I told wrong. It is PBIX. Okay. So just save this file, the location. Okay. Let me put something, test tetra and save it in this position. After saving it, when you are going to publish it, you should be having a licensing part to the particular Power BI portal. Otherwise, it will not be published. I have installed the trial version. I do not have the enterprise version, as well as I do not have the access to the Power BI dashboard portal. So I cannot able to show this thing over here. Okay, but the charts and graphs can be created in my local systems and simply I need to publish it into the portal. That's it. But the complexity of charts and graphs are not so much simple. there can be combinations of multiple things. Okay, means maybe the requirement is, or the KPI you need to build there, you need to include five, I mean 3 or 4 dimension one fact. You need to create some hierarchical structure, maybe based on pivot. Okay, we have Gauss chart, we have heat map, we have tree plot. Yes, this way. Okay, so based on the project requirement or based on the suitable visualization, we need to choose the visualization technique or visualization charts or graphs in this way. Okay, so any doubt so far? Is this understandable? Any question? Because is there any questions as you joined late?
No,
There is any?
no questions from my side. Uh, can we also, can we also connect it to SQL database also?
Yeah, yeah. I'm planning it to connect in tomorrow's session.
Okay,
Tomorrow I'll
okay.
be also touching Power BI a bit, and we'll be closing Power BI. We'll be connecting an external data source, maybe the same, just like I told Snowflake or maybe MySQL Server. That two things I have access. MySQL Server is already there in my
Mhm.
local, so I'll be trying to connect MySQL Server with those credentials and all. Or we can also connect to Snowflake. Okay, I'll be showing this thing in tomorrow's session. And
Okay.
any update with anyone? Okay, Durga, it's clear for you. Thanks. And also,
One more thing.
yeah, yeah. Tell me because.
I just forgot. I will just let you know once I remember it. I just forgot now.
Sorry, because I didn't get you.
I just forgot what to say.
Okay, you
Once I
forgot it.
remember, I will.
Okay, okay. The thing is, the particular exercise, if you can solve it, it's fine. Otherwise, I'll be solving it in tomorrow's session as well. Okay. So, tomorrow I'll be showing how to connect a particular source data, and I'll be also showing the Power Query editor if we can change anything over there. Today I didn't show you Power Query editor. So while pulling all those data from flat files or any other files, first it will be going to Power Query editor where we can transform it. Today I did not go ahead with any kind of transformation. I directly load it into a main window over here. Okay. If I going to transform it, then a Power Query editor will be open. Durga, I think you already checked it. So I mentioned that if we need to do any kind of modification, then we need to go ahead with this window. Suppose I need to delete something. Purchase date is not required. I'm deleting it. Remove columns. Okay. So this kind of transformation you can do over here, or you can create new customized columns as well. So whatever things you can do over here, it will be fine. And then you need to just close and apply to come to the main screen. Okay, it will take some time. Yes, as we are not using the date field anywhere, so there is no issue. Okay, I can also go there, Power Query Editor, again by clicking on Transform Data. So whatever things I'm changing, that is getting tracked over here. So I just applied a removed column function. Okay, so you can see it's mentioned over here. If I just cancel this thing or delete this thing, then purchase date will be back again over here. So this is how the transformation can be done. When the transformation for all the tables are completed, then we can just do close and apply. It will be coming to the main screen. Okay, so you can see our date is there. Let's create a line chart as well for date versus sales or year versus sales in the bottom section. I'm calling date here from date hierarchy. I'm taking year and I'm calling sales as well. So in 2021, we have, I think, 3 years of information and the graphs looks like this. I mean, now into 2022, there is a peak of sales 720, maybe USD, 120 over here, 20 over here. let me call, apart from here, let me call the quarter as well. Then I can see some more fluctuations. So based on our KPI, what kind of things I want to watch, I can select it. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be quickly have a, discussion how we can connect on top of a database and pull data from there, as well as I'll be trying to solve the particular exercise that I have given few days earlier, top of Python. So this was based on the ETL. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. Any doubt so far? Anything? You can also install Power BI Desktop at your own. It is not a very big software, and it's readily available. And the trial versions, it's there is no such costing part and all. You can just try it, install it, try to create an Excel, or if you have already database, try to create the database. I'll be showing how to create the database in tomorrow's session. And you can also do the same thing. You can create charts and graphs in this way. And this is very, very, effective. You can see it, and you can create different charts and graphs. The expertise, whoever is having the expertization on top of the dashboards, they have the proper knowledge for a particular KPI, which kind of chart should be used. Okay. Otherwise, the business owner or product owner, they can also help. They can tell that we need this kind of charts for this KPI. Okay. So this is the entire process. Okay, let's connect tomorrow with having some more details on top of it. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.